You already know, man. It's Deion Dawkins, and you're listening to the Real Deal Sports Show on the Beat 105.5.
Absolutely. Welcome, everybody. These Saturdays just coming. They just keep coming. Last week, my birthday weekend, and now here it is, a week after my birthday, and a lot's going on in the world of sports. There's a lot to talk about. The Rad Man coming to you live through your speakers from the Rock Palm Brokerage Studios each and every Saturday morning. Welcome to Real Deal Sports Show. And we're here to talk sports of all sorts. And let me tell you one thing. There's a lot of things going on. Hey, anybody ever heard of obstruction? I heard about it in baseball. But I used to. I'm gonna give you this little thing in a minute. But I told you his ass should have been ran after the 13-second game. Everybody knew it. You should have fired his ass. The guy should have been gone. You get a lead with 13 seconds left. How do you lose the game? How do you lose the game? And how do you lose some fans? Talking obstruction. Back in the 70s, my brother Clifton Warren Jones, rest in peace, my brother Clifton Warren Jones, man, he used to take me to wrestling downtown and take me to different things. And I used to notice on the ticket, sometimes they say obstructed view. And it was obstructed because, you could see one side of it and it would be a pole in the way. We would have to lean to the side to see the action at the other side of the ring or something. Or and at the hockey game, me and my dad, we'd be up in the nosebleeds up in the orange of the old downtown auditorium in downtown Buffalo, New York. And, man, they had obstructed views up there, and it would say it on the ticket. But that's the 1970s, y'all. We ain't talking 2026. Come on. Who got obstructed views in every Tampa Bay stadium? Oh, every Baltimore, every stadium I've been in for Super Bowls, Arizona, out there in Glendale. Every seat in the house is a beautiful sight line. Just the way the old Bills Stadium was an excellent sight line stadium. It was just out in the snow belt. They wasn't going to have no Super Bowls in an open air stadium that from 1972. Think about it. That stadium lasted from 1972 to 2025. Unbelievable. Excellent construction. The sight lines were great over there at the old stadium, and it's something wrong. And I did my investigation. I had a chance to read an article from Sal Mariana. When you don't read the Rad Man and Challenge Community News, check out Sal Mariana in the Buffalo, not the Buffalo News, in the Democrat and Chronicle newspaper. Check out his column. He has a lot of insight into inside information as well. And he spoke to the owner, and he asked the owner, and you know who that guy is, Terry Cheapskate Pagula, the cheapskate. He asked him, he said, why is the scoreboard so much smaller in this stadium than it was over in the old stadium? He said, and Terry Pagula told Sal Mariana that he wants the fans to watch the game. He don't want them watching the replay. He don't want them watching the game on a giant scoreboard with all kinds of bells and whistles on a video screen. He don't want that. He wants you to watch the Bills, good or bad, sorry or good. He wants you to watch the game. He don't want you to see. What about the replays, Terry Pagula? You don't want us to see the replays on the big screen or the controversial calls or guess what? There's a hell of a lot of people play fantasy football, and also there's a lot of people that gamble on the other games. So what about when you show highlights of the other games, we can see what happened, who won it, who losing, if there was a major injury in the game or not. What are you talking about? See, obviously, this is a man, as I told you, don't know anything about football, doesn't know nothing about football fans, period, and definitely don't know how to. I'm sure as we continue to go down the road, when we find out about these obstructed seats, I bet Terry Pagula had his hands, not only as he just confirmed about the scoreboard, but confirmed doing the cheapskate move on a big stadium like that and making sure that the fans do not, hey, we're gonna cut these seats out. Let's do this. Let's do that. No, I can't. I don't want to pay for that. I don't want to pay for it. Bad enough over 880 million coming out of the taxpayers' pocket, and we can't get a big screen TV. We can't see a big screen to see the replays, to see the scores, the highlights of other games, because you want everybody focused on your game. What if your game sucks? Some weeks your game suck, man. Some weeks you'll be like, this is an ugly game, but at least you can see the highlights of some other game. that might be better than your game. I mean, everybody that go to the game may not be Bills fans. They may like some of the other teams, and they may want to see how their team is doing on the big screen. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Morris down on the Beltway. I know you remember those obstructed seats in the odd Morris Thompson. As many times you were down there in those oranges up in the high obstructed seat area. Man, come on, man. Just come on. 2026, Morris, and Buffalo is still talking about obstructed seats, man. Remember, we call it the below because it's below reality. You go to Buffalo, they're backwards as you would think as a $2. They're as wrong as two left shoes, man. Come on. Somebody help me out here, man. Come on, I see J-GILLZ in the house. J-GILLZ, help me out. Obstructed seats in 2026? Was there obstructed seats at the concert up there in Toronto the other night for your boy Usher and Homeboy up there? Did they have some obstructed seats up in T.O.?
Oh, man, good morning, Real Deal Sports family. Well, I ain't even gonna lie, man. We talk about that concert. That stadium, Rogers Stadium, has its own critics and critiques. That's that new stadium just built 2 years ago. My bad, Rabbit. I'm trying to get back to you. I got the history lesson that you gave me. I did some research, but that stadium was built 2 years ago. But now, man, we talk about these obstructed seats. You know what I mean? That's just crazy. When you talk about Sal Mariana and that direct quote he got from the Pagulas, that the reason that the scoreboard is small. And to me, I visited the stadium. I saw the stadium. It's not that small. It's not the Labatt deck, the one over the Labatt deck. It's not as bad as they make it seem. But for him to say that he wants to watch the Bills and then to have so many obstructed seats, to me, is just it's hilarious. It's hilarious. And it once again shows why Terry Pagula just need to go ahead and sell that team. But yeah, I'm not surprised. But the Buffalo fans, they're gonna find something to complain about. You know what I mean? Each and every week, we're complaining. First it was O.J. Simpson, and granted, he should have been on there. I'm not gonna lie. It's three people that's in the stadium. It's Jim Kelly, Thomas, and I believe Robert
Bruce
Wilson.
Smith.
Bruce
Well.
Bruce is outside. I believe Bruce is outside too. So everybody with their retired jersey, with the jersey retired, those are the ones that are in the stadium. So we went from that to now we're talking about the scoreboard, and now we're talking about the obstructed seats. And when the season starts, it's going to be something else. You know what it's going to be when the season starts? It's going to be, dang, why the Bills keep on losing. So I'm not surprised. These Buffalo fans are going to find something to complain about.
Now, who did you say was the three players that you saw inside the stadium?
So it's only I believe two players and the owner, because those are the only two players whose jerseys numbers are retired. Only the retired numbers.
I got the picture. It's Bruce Smith.
Okay, so it's those are the three: Bruce Smith, Thurman Thomas, and Jim Kelly are the only three Bills in the stadium because their jerseys are retired. Everybody is outside.
Wow. And they don't even have the juice out there. That's unbelievable, man. Jim Kelly had a problem whooping up, punching, breaking the ice in the woman's jaw at the bar down the street from the stadium, broke her jaw and everything back in the day. Bruce Smith had his substance abuse issues, being suspended by the league. He's in there, but you can't have the juice in there. You can't have the greatest player of your franchise history inside the stadium. What a misnomer, man. They seem like they're starting off on the wrong foot, but we'll see if they get on the right foot later today. They have a 1 p.m. football game, a preseason game against the Carolina Panthers, and the coach and everybody's talking about they're going to play their starters because this is a brand new stadium. They want to see how it works with the 40-second clock or 30-second clock. They want to make sure where the clocks are, the lighting, how they can play, which makes sense. I mean, maybe give those guys a couple of drives, see what they can do on the field. But, hey, I wouldn't have those guys in too long. Right, Bilal? How long would you have those guys in for today?
Yeah, absolutely no more than the drive or two. Again, I might give, depending on how long the first drive is, that might be it for me and Josh Allen. And then I'd give the other guys maybe another drive, my other starters, key starters, one more drive. And then after that, everybody else, go get your reps and here's your opportunity to potentially make a 53-man roster. I'm with J-GILLZ, and you know me and him don't always agree. We went on the tour, and there's the views aren't as bad as they're making them out to be. Again, and I don't think any of the people, it's one of those things where if you go looking for something wrong, and again, where those seats were in the corner with the press box blocking, again, I don't, having not sat in that seat myself, again, if you're gonna take a picture from that camera view, yeah, you're gonna see the obstruction. But on the 200, 300 level, where the concessions are, you can see it's open air. You can see from the concession area straight through to the field. And one of the interesting points that we got from the tour was there was a survey conducted, and the response from the survey was everyone wanted to feel like closer to the field. So it does feel really close no matter where you are in terms of so it doesn't seem again the depths and I don't know what kind of pictures folks were taking or given, but it does not seem, again, when you're in person, it doesn't the jumbotron doesn't look that small from where you are, and in your unfield, the unfield view definitely doesn't look that small. Could the scoreboard have been bigger? Certainly. But to your point, Rap Man, you don't got football people over there running the show, so you're not gonna. Those aren't gonna be some of the decisions or things that you think about, when putting those things together. But they did take a lot in mind. That there's not going to be nearly as much wind going through the stadium. It's the heating situation. So they did take a lot in mind, But again, when you don't have football folks in mind, some of the football nuance things, you might miss. But there's going to be a great fan experience, I believe, if you can afford to get in there.
Absolutely. And one other major aspect is the rain. The rain, Sal Marion mentioned in an article, said, hey, if the rain just came straight down, it would be all right. But when does it ever come straight down in Orchard Park? It's always very windy. It's going to come down on an angle. And you saw the people. And he also mentioned in his article that the people in the most expensive seats are the people who are going to get the wettest. He said they're going to get the wettest. So it's like, I said, wow, man. He said, if it rains and snows, as we know it does in November, December, and now heck, in January, February, January, but also maybe even in October. But they could be the wettest high-end fans in the country. So it shows that it should have been a dome, and it should not have been built in the snow belt area. But as the Mighty Oval also mentioned this week, Kathy Hochul's from Hamburg area. She represents the Hamburg area. The county executive is out there, the Lackawanna area, so they're looking out for the constituents. And here we go with a stadium back out in the middle of nowhere, and you're expecting fans to shell out big dollars for this type of adventure. So it's going to be an interesting aspect to it. This segment was brought to you by Challenger Community News, Western New York's largest weekly African-American newspaper. Check out Challenger Community News this week. You got a hometown Rochester-born neighborhood guy. Dr. Brock returns with a book tour. He's on tour this week selling his book. He's going to be at various locations in the community, so stop through, check him out. He'll be in town this week. Also, Clarissa Street Reunion. Check that out later today. That's jumping off over on Clarissa Street from 10 a.m. until about 8 p.m. this evening. The 28th annual Clarissa Street Reunion. Read all about it in Challenger Community News, Western New York's largest weekly African-American newspaper. All the news you can use. So check it out. BuffChallNews.com. BuffChallNews.com. Check us out, guys. Guys, we got a game today. Let's start. Let's start off. We're going to go with an interview with Dwayne Carter and hear what Dwayne Carter has to say about the upcoming season. Call him DC Dwayne Carter, fighting for a job. Let's hear what he has to say.
Physicality of practice, get you ready for the season.
I mean, it sets the tone, right?
Yes.
I mean, the whole point of practice is like, so game is easier And, you're going to have those, those overtimes and those 2-minute situations, different things that it's really hard to simulate at practice. But that's why we go so hard and set the tempo in between these long periods and drives that, Joe Brady sets up for us.
And how did you get your body back in tune since I can't believe it, August 27th, almost a year ago, the injury happened. How did you work to get your body back in shape?
Hard work and God. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it was. Every day from, I think I had surgery the 29th. Probably back in the building a week after that. And then I was like, all right, what can I do? It was something as little as laying on the table with a band between my legs, just doing abductions. And it just continued me being a bodybuilder essentially for the last year, right? So I can get, big as strong as I can be, because with the Achilles, it's such a delicate process, because you push one thing and you have to restart all the way over again, So I always get credit to our medical team. I mean, within our parameters, shout out my dog and one of our strength coaches, Anthony Sorrow. I mean, every single day in and day out, he's been by my side with me, working me through it and getting strong.
Excellent. And last but not least, for the new scheme, the 3-4 scheme, how does that fit for your style of play?
No, I love it, man. I enjoy it. It's been really cool. I touch on a lot. It's just the fact that anywhere, tell me to go play, I'll go do it, right? And I have the capability to learn, succeed, and also produce at every spot.
All right. Thank you.
All right. That was Dwayne Carter. Not Bilal, but J-GILLZ, what did you see of him out during training camp when we were out at St. John Fisher University?
For one, he didn't look like the same player at all. He didn't not the player, but he didn't look like the same person at all. He looked like he was bigger, stronger, faster, slimmer. Like just completely transformed physically. He was much more elusive with his speed, and his leadership also improved as well. I'm very happy to see him, Dwayne Carter, and what he brought to the table, especially because after hearing about Fadarius Matthews, man, I don't know what they doing in Buffalo, what they taking in Buffalo. They're gonna need Dwayne Carter to step up, man. All these D tackles is taking something, man. They taking something.
Something, man. Oh, man, Fadarius. That is a good note today. He was announced that Fadarius Matthews is on a 3-game suspension for substance abuse. Some type of, I don't know if that's taking something for weightlifting or something, or pure enjoyment or something. I don't know. Something to cut the edge or something. I don't know what happened there, but Fadarius Matthews is lost for the first 3 games of the regular season. It's not the 6th game. Man, yeah, Michael Hoyt and the other guy last year, man, it were 6 games, man. That's really a big chunk of the season. But right now, the Bills have a lot of defensive guys in the mix. I think if his 3 games, he'll be missed. But you got some other guys that look like they can step in and make some plays on that defensive front for sure. Greg Russo, he look like he might be ready to do something out there as well. Bradley Chubb, and on that defensive front, you also have not only Dwayne Carter, Ed Oliver, Zane Durant. Keep an eye on Zane Durant today. He's a guy, number 92. Keep an eye on him. I think he might be making some play. Landon Jackson is even bigger this year. So we get to see what he looks like and see what these guys look like when they get into real game action. Let's go over to Skylar Bell and hear what Skylar Bell had to say about his upcoming rookie season.
What is the NFL lifestyle that you're learning so far?
Intense. Everything is fast. So you gotta, being a rookie, you just gotta learn. Take the players how they come and working every day.
Yes, I know you're going to go do the jobs and everything. What type of preparation and work? What kind of hard work that you have to put in that people don't see, that you guys put in and day out?
Yeah, you gotta put in work when nobody's looking. I feel like everybody sees the practice and what you do on the field, but it's the hours when nobody's looking. And I think ultimately it's
exactly. The jug machine help you with your eye-hand coordination?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the jugs as much as I can be. I wasn't the last few days just because TBA rules didn't allow us to, but as much as I can be, I'm gonna get on.
Absolutely. And what's your goals for this season?
My big goal is to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's my biggest goal. And then obviously we game on the Super Bowl. I think that's the ultimate team goal. So I think that everything else take care of itself.
There you have it. That's very interesting. He's talking about it. The first time I heard a guy say that he's looking to go after the AFC Rookie of the Year or overall Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I was very impressed to hear that from Skylar Bell. He's working hard. I believe he has a little hamstring injury this week. We may not see him today. He might be out there, number 13. Keep an eye out on wide receiver number 13, Skylar Bell. And last but not least, we're going to go with Shaquille Curler, a guy that we expect to have a big season for the Buffalo Bills. Let's hear what he has to say about the upcoming season.
What does he bring to the team, and how would that help you How do you see that helping you in this upcoming season?
His energy is unreal too. I mean, you talk about like an all-around guy who obviously is stud at what he does, but also to have the right attitude towards the game and towards what we do. It's a grind every single day, you know, and you can get lazy and tired, and that's not in him. He's somebody who's going to show up and kind of set the standard, set the tone for us. And what it does for me, I just think it's great to have a playmaker like that on the outside. And you can move them around as well. I think we got a lot of guys you can move around. And I think obviously the more dogs that you have that are getting open, making plays, the defense has to pay attention to, and it just kind of works hand in hand with getting other people open.
Absolutely. He was he's talking about Khalil Shakir was talking about DJ Moore, the addition of him on being on the field. And we saw it in practice. It opened up a lot of lanes. DJ Moore does go deep a lot, opens up the underneath for Khalil Shakir, and he was making those timely passes. And people don't, I didn't realize either. Last year he had over 100 receptions. The year before he had 95 receptions. So he's really being a key component to the team year in and year out. Bilal, your comments on Khalil Shakir?
To your point, Rad, man, with DJ Moore being on the squad now, he opens up everything underneath for a guy like Khalil Shakir, excuse me, and honestly, it's gonna make Keon Coleman's life a lot easier. You know what I mean? Those guys now have the opportunity. One, they're not gonna be facing the whoever their opponent is best defensive back. So because you got to put them on DJ Moore. And again, I think that's going to give an opportunity for guys like Khalil Shakir to have a field day. And even the young rookie, you know, I don't know if he's, you know, with the number of guys and targets that Josh Allen has to throw to, he'll get that offensive rookie of the year. But when a guy like Josh Allen is throwing it to you, you sure got a puncher's chance at getting it, because you know, you're talking about one of the best in the league to do it. So it's gonna be fun to watch this offense. From what I've been able to see, I think the offense is gonna be, you know, Ben Johnson up in Chicago is talking about having the highest scoring offense in history. But Buffalo's got weapons all over that offense. I mean, Khalil Shakir, DJ Moore, James, you know, you got the league's returning rusher of the year, and James Cook. You know what I mean? That offense is going to light it up. That offense will be a very tough offense to stop. Dalton Knox, Kincaid, you know what I mean? It's going to be a fun year to watch the offense in Buffalo. Let's see, just hopefully the defense can, you know, bend but not break.
Absolutely. You want to get this quick thoughts on J-GILLZ. We talked to Ty Johnson there at training camp. And what was that key component hearing from Ty Johnson about the passing game to the running backs, the screen pass? I asked him, I've been asking him for 2 years, Ty, where is the screen passes? And Joe Brady said, Joe Brady said to me at one of the press conferences when I asked him, he said, it's in the book. What did Ty Johnson have to say about it?
Yeah, Ty Johnson said they ran the same thing. He said he was the only one doing screen pass. He said whenever he went out to the left, the defense already knew what it was. They already knew what it was. So now, you know, it was very, yeah, man. Yeah.
He said also that now they're throwing the ball to everybody. Now that all the running backs are getting screen pass opportunities, where he was the only one. Because he said every time he went to, like you said, every time he goes to the flat, screen. The defensive side of the ball would holler out screen pass. So hopefully they're getting. I don't know why it takes the Bills a whole offseason to figure out stuff that they should have been doing in season and making change. To me, that's one of their downfalls in the playoffs, that they don't use plays in the playoffs that you don't see during the regular season. They just seem to stick with what's good, what's been working for them. And we have the Fanatic joining us. Fanatic, good morning to you there in sunny South Carolina. What's going on? What's going on down there? Fanatic, any Bills fans down in South Carolina?
Hey, we got a couple on the street, man. People already blowing their horn, talking about what they're gonna do, and Josh Allen this and Josh Allen that. But good morning, Real Deal Sports Show family. The Fanatic, man, love always being here. The conversation. I just want to pull it back real quick, man. Skylar Bell, to Bilal's point, I think Skylar Bell could be a real hidden gem. I think I can see him potentially because DJ Moore, to me, doesn't get enough credit. Rabbit, you was reading off the stats, and you were almost perplexed to realize, man, he had some really good numbers. And the only reason he was down here, not too far from me in Carolina, with some horrible quarterback play doing his thing, then went to a rookie. And really right now, it just with the elevation of Luther Burden, I can't talk too much about it, but because we got our fantasy draft coming up, but Colston Loveland, I think he's going to be a big target this year for the Bears. It just turned out that DJ Moore was expendable. I think at the AFC East, man, the Bills are going to be something on offense. I think it's going to be less Josh Allen dependent, and DJ Moore is going to be a really good place. And to Bilal's point, I think Skylar Bell could be an Amon-Ra St. Brown type of in the middle of the field 3-4 years from now. Because think about it, we know I love the college football, especially the SEC. Skylar Bell was number 2 in the nation last year in receiving yards per game, and at 98 yards a game he averaged at UConn. And then he was number 4 overall in reception. So the ball gets in his hands and he makes things happen. He has sure hands. So I'm excited to watch him. Maybe a little fantasy sleeper for me to hold on to for our draft when he pops. So it's going to be interesting. Bills fans everywhere, like the Internet Passport says, make sure we hit the like button, subscribe. I always like to say, tell a friend to subscribe and check it out on the Real Deal Sports Show. So good to see y'all. J-GILLZ smile. He ready. He ready for the draft. Don't be looking at my paper this year.
J-GILLZ, who you thinking of, J-GILLZ, going into today's afternoons? Who you want to see from Buffalo? See what they can do in today's preseason game against the Carolina Panthers, starting at 1 p.m.
Man, for me, it's all about the offensive line depth for me. That's going to make or break any team, making sure that you're fundamental in the trenches. And, I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to be this guy, and I wish no harm to anybody. But when I just look at the Buffalo Bills offensive line, it's not too often where we're seeing teams being able to run it back so many. I mean, we're 5 years in with these bookend tackles, Deion Dawkins and Spencer Brown. At what point is age going to be a factor? When are they going to slow down? You know what I mean? They have made some key pieces and changes when it came to the interior of the line, mainly with center. We saw a lot of guys come and go, a lot of guys retire. My man, the big bald-headed dude, went to the Jaguars, forgot his name. So we have saw that, but at some point, the age is going to be a factor when you talk about this offensive line. So I want to see the depth of this offensive line, and can they protect Josh Allen? You're a guy, right, man, the center from Georgia. We saw him taking some reps with the first team, so they are making some trying to make some changes there to keep that offensive line young, healthy, but that nucleus is still there with Deion. Osiris just got his money. I need to see how deep how much depth this line has. So that's what I'm curious to see. And of course, against the Carolina Panthers, who pick up every single Dolphin, it's like that's the Carolina Dolphins, man. Whether it's Robert Hunt, whether it's Jalen Phillips, now Darren Waller just got signed over there. I'm telling you, that's the Carolina Dolphins. So I'm curious to see this offensive line.
Absolutely. You talk about Mitch Morris, the former Bills center who we see from time to time, that was on the show with us out in San Francisco.
Yes, he was. I forgot. Yes, he was.
Mitch Morris is the guy you're referring to. But also, the Bills brought in Lloyd Cushenberry III. And Lloyd Cushenberry III had some broken legs, Achilles injuries down with the Tennessee Titans. He's a veteran center that played on the national championship at LSU in 2019. So Joe Brady's bringing in some of the guys he knows, and Peter Cushing, the offensive coordinator, they're bringing in guys that they know. So he's stepping in that center position, as well as Cedric Van Pran Granger. So they like a veteran guy. So it look like Cushenberry right now is getting a little more play than Cedric looked like this week during practice. And I think Connor McGovern will be out today. He probably will miss today's practice. And look for Cushenberry and Van Pran Granger to be the two starting centers. And then we'll see about Travis Clayton. I want to see Tyler Gable. They keep running Travis Gable out there. Every time he get out there, he get hurt. He get jacked up. So I want to see what he can do without getting jacked up with some type of injury or something, to see what Tyler Gable, number 68. Alec Anderson, he's talking a lot of talk. Let's see what he can walk the walk, number 70. We'll see what he can do this year. Austin Corbett, another beat up. Man, we got a lot. We got some. I don't know what they got. They went and got Cushenberry. They got now Austin Corbett from Carolina Panthers. He's another guy with a lot of mileage on him as well. Let's see what some of these guys can do. Drew Bowery, the rookie from Boston College. He's turning a lot of heads. They like his footwork. They said this guy might be a starter. He might be the heir apparent to a Deion Dawkins down the road. Drew Bowery out of
Dude
Boston
from Boston
College.
College. Yes, he's a great. He was coached by the very own Jeff Hafley when he was the head coach for Boston College. Another good offensive lineman there.
Exactly. So we're gonna see what that line can do. Also, we're gonna see what the defensive front can do. Can Dwayne Carter looking good out there? Can he play? Ed Oliver, Zane Durant, one of my favorites, Zone Loge. He's still there. Landon Jackson getting bigger. He said he done gone back to his bigger size. He's getting back up at the 280, 290, what he played at in college. He said no more losing weight. He said he's gonna make it on it the way he did it in college. He's gonna either make it or not as playing at a heavier weight. He said he got jacked up last year playing at a lighter weight. Those guys were moving him around, and he said no, he gonna go for what he know. And of course, Deion Walker and the rookie T.J. Sanders. Let's see what the rookie can do today. So it's a lot to keep an eye out on the defensive side of the ball, especially linebacker Javon Solomon. You guys see Michael Hoyt probably won't play that much, but Russo, Mike Dana, Bradley Chubb may get a little bit of action. Andre Jones III, T.J. Parker, those outside linebackers. We'll see what those guys can do. And look at the secondary. Jalen Kilgore, keep an eye on number 29. That's my diamond in the rough for this year. I think he may end up being in the starting lineup later in the season if he keeps on progressing the way he's doing right now. Bilal, any comments, Bilal?
No, I'm with you, Radman. I'm really focused on seeing what this defense does, particularly the second unit, because those are the guys that are going to be rotating in, during the season to keep fresh legs out there. How much energy and intensity are they flying around to the football? Do they know where they're supposed to be? Assignment, responsibility. Are they catching on to the scheme? Like those aspects of watching the defense are what I'm going to be looking for in terms of some of those younger guys coming in and seeing how that second unit performs. I feel like the first unit is going to do what it does. Those guys are vets. They know what's expected of them. But it's seeing that second unit and how those guys come in. To J-GILLZ's point about the O-line, they've been asking, how much Trent Williams got forever, and the brother just comes out there year after year and put guys on their back. So Deion, man, Dawkins, keep, hey, don't worry about the years you got, man. The years you got left, man. The years you given, just keep giving, because the brothers has been an amazing, protector for Josh Allen during his career. So just keep on, if he keeps balling, they'll be all right. That O-line, I believe, will be just fine. It's that defense. The offense is going to carry the team this year. Can the defense complement them?
Absolutely, that's what's going. Fanatic, your comments. Secondary, Jordan Hancock. Cole Bishop, D. Alford is playing very well in training camp from the Atlanta Falcons cornerback that came over to Buffalo. So Buffalo's really put in a lot of guys. Maxwell Harrison, we got.
That's the one. There we go, Rad, man. I'm going back to the SEC. Max Harrison, my man was hurt all last year, soft tissue, athletic freak. But hey, and he played against the best in the SEC. But hey, you got to be healthy, man. We all know football. Not always the best team wins. The healthiest, as best you can be, but the healthiest team, attrition. Football isn't about the best team to me all the time. It's about the war of attrition. So having your players healthy enough. So you got to create depth. And so to me, Radman, and I want to pass it to Bilal, or actually I'm going to go to my man J-GILLZ with the fresh cut versus, to me, overall, when you see the Sean McVays of the world, they don't play anybody. The simple question, then the other teams, Joe Burrow was out there. I looked at, I said, hey, get my man Joey B up out of there. Zach Taylor, hey, get him out of there. Save him for the butt. So philosophy-wise, J-GILLZ, for you, and I know you are I ain't going to call you a booster because I know you work for the school, but you are deeply enthralled and entwined with the Monroe High School team, I know. But so just give me your philosophy. Give the people, the listeners, what's some of your philosophy on preseason? Should Josh Allen play at all? Should Cook play? Should DJ Moore? Like, what's your philosophy on what's the point of preseason in 2026?
Nah, most definitely. And real quick, I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. Yeah, we cannot be remiss to point out Maxwell Harrison. Him and CB are going to be a phenomenal tandem. Kristen Benford and Maxwell. They put on for that training camp. But for me, everybody got to get a little piece of the training camp, man. Everybody got to get a little piece of the training camp, especially when you're talking about cutting the games down. You got 3 preseason games now. It used to be 4, now it's 3. You got 53 guys trying to make a roster. You got a 90. The cuts used to go from 90 to 85 to 80. Nah, it's 90 straight to 53. So everybody gonna have to get a piece of that pie, man. And especially you got new offensive, new coaches. Josh Allen, yes, I need to see a drive from you. Patrick Mahomes, probably not so much coming off an injury, but yes, Joe Burrow, you haven't played but 8 games last season? Yes, I need to see you drive down the field as well. Nobody's exempt, man. I saw Tua Tagovailoa in Atlanta Falcons, man, first snap, fumble, Tua turned the ball over. I said, oh, that's exactly why we needed to see Tua in the preseason, because what you're going to do in preseason is going to translate to what's going to be in the game. So I need to see everybody play.
Everybody play.
You realize the brother had no. It seemed like the D line was in the backfield, like they were playing running back when Tua fumbled that snap. I mean, the protection issues were a concern for me. Watching that game, that was concern. I don't.
And Bilal, the protection is troubling down there in Atlanta. But the only good thing going to the game in Atlanta, the owner. Hot dogs are only $2 down there, man. $2-3 for a hot dog, popcorn $3, a beer $5. I mean, he made it affordable. And I wish the owner of the Buffalo Bills would look at the blueprint that the owner of the Atlanta Falcons have done, because he made the food. He said, everybody got to pay way more money than they used to play for the old stadium there in Atlanta. But he said, let me give a break. And they wanted the top selling people buying their food because it's priced to move. I mean, you could bring a family. You could buy 3 or 4 hot dogs under $20. I mean, come on. It beats selling one hot dog for $10. You could sell one for $5 or something like that. I mean, the prices are old school prices. People, I just want to throw that in about Atlanta. At least they'll be eating good watching possibly a sorry football team this coming season.
It's easy to.
Pierce is out for 8 games. I think he's suspended 6 or 8 games already. So,
the city of Atlanta and that stadium is right in the community. Hey, man, you can hit all the major spots you need to because it's close to downtown Atlanta. Hey, man, Arthur Blank, he may not talk like Jerry Jones, but he knows how to make sure to have a good time. He bring everybody in to come see the Falcons. It's really kind of in the hood, a part of downtown. But you'll come there, your car might get jacked, your car might get broken in. But you're going to have a good time eating the food and drinking for cheap there. Shout out to the Falcons.
Absolutely. That's what time it is. Speaking, somebody, you just said eating food. Hey, you know what time it is here
we got to talk about Talia of India, baby. Come on. Hey, we know if you want to get on J-GILLZ calendar, get on it now for December. He might be able to come get you in there at that point in time. But Bilal and the Rad, man, you let us know now. We'll meet you there by 11 o'clock. So, but check out Thali of India, experience award-winning authentic Indian food, that tandoori chicken. Have you finger? My wife look at me sometimes like, stop being an animal. I'm like, I can't help it. Licking my fingers like I don't got no, like I wasn't raised right. But Thali of India, something having you like that, man. It is award-winning. It is a friend of the show and an inviting, beautiful atmosphere. The lunch buffet starts 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, sometimes I line up there about 11:15 so I can get it hot and fresh and ready to go. I'm walking in as they putting the food down. Check out dinner 4:40 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. 3259 South Winton Road in the Windjet Plaza. Tell them that the Real Deal Sports Show sent you. Hey, they're gonna make sure they treat you like family, like they do us. And man, my cousins, we got a wedding in the Rock. Again, Bilal gonna give me a cut. He cut his own hair. He'll get me right for my cousin's wedding. We were talking about it last night, Labor Day weekend, and they already ready to come get some Jamaican soul. They said they ready for Jamaican soul 3 weeks away from when we coming down for the wedding. So check it out right on the west side, 211 Genesee Street, featuring especially those Soul Food Sundays. Again, have you feeling like family, open from noon to 9 p.m. on Sundays and 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. So another great spot. If you want to go out to the Winjet Plaza and feel an Indian, hit up Talia of India. When you're in the community west side, you can get your Challenger newspaper and go right to Jamaican Soul. They're going to get you right each and every time. In both places, let them know that the Real Deal Sports Show sent you.
And last but not least, Kimmy does it best. Check out our website, realdealsportshow.com. Realdealsportshow.com. We got new added stories and features to that website. Check it out. Kimmy does it best. Best custom web designer in Rochester. And ongoing, she'll take care of your maintenance, keeps it up to date. She can help your business grow online. Visit KimmyDoesItBest.com or support at KimmyDoesItBest.com. Check her out. Check out her. If you need proof is in the pudding, check out RealDealSportsShow.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. Thank you to the new subscribers. A lot of relatives subscribed last weekend down there. I was hustling down there at the family reunion, y'all. Got some of the folks down there to subscribe to the show as well. So, hey, thank you so much for subscribing. Fanatic, what we got coming up next, Fanatic?
Man, let's talk about it, man. Again, Rad, man, you over there hustling. We all hustle trying to get our own followers. There was a big debate this week on social media and really through the podcast world. Speak Easy, Emmanuel Acho, that dude, he going toward Jason Whitlock. That's my opinion, but I'm going to come back on that. Emmanuel Acho versus, he said that Speak Easy is organic. And I never heard so many suckers on there, but talk about defending Speak Easy and called themselves an organic podcast. But they came in versus, and they came for the GOAT of the late night podcast. Speak Easy now trying to rival Nightcap, which is Uncle Shay Shay and Joe Johnson and Chad Ochocinco. And so the long or the short of it is, the Speak Easy, that was from Fox when Skip and Shannon were doing Undisputed. But when Emmanuel Acho was smart, coming out of Texas, he said, "Give me that." And when y'all fire me, okay, give me that YouTube page. And so he started his following with 2.6 million followers. Guess how many followers he has now? 2.6 million. So he's not growing, and they got the nerve to be on the terms of that we not losing none either. And I'm like, what a loser mentality to sound like. And so, and Uncle Shay Shay only has I can't say only, but compared to them, has basically 2.1 million subscribers versus 2.6. And Emmanuel Acho and them over there talking like they the biggest, baddest, and they copying Shay Shay. He's trying to say Uncle Shay Shay is the BlackBerry and he the iPhone. And it's like, wait a minute, dog, hold on. You took his old handle, and yeah, Uncle Shay on his way out should have took it, but he left it and now had to grow from the organic side and build his whole following. Cam Newton, 4th one, had to build her own following. This dude, Emmanuel Acho, with the Speak Easy, which was Undisputed, and Shannon Sharp's and Skip Bayless's old handle. They started at 2.6 million, or he got at 2.6 million. That's where it is today. So, fellas and Radman, again, that's perfect because you the ultimate hustler with it, Radman, to get the subscribers. We are an organic show, and we got the dual platform of the radio. And so, if you're on the radio, please make sure to subscribe, like, make sure that you go online, Facebook, YouTube. Show us that love. It means just a click, 2 seconds for you, but it means the world to us. These followers and subscribers really matter. So please subscribe to the show, especially radio folks, and definitely online. And I feel like Morris Thompson, what up, man? You a member of the show. You here each and every Saturday, so we appreciate you. So J-GILLZ, any thoughts on that battle between the organic, Emmanuel Acho, Speak Easy, where he coming from, versus the real organic show, which is the OG, nobody was talking. Everybody had to wait till sports the next morning. Uncle Shay changed the game. You talk about sports right after the game, immediately after. Now you got the Nightcap. Now you even see these post-game shows. They're even doing that as well. So, J-GILLZ, what you thought about the Speak Easy and the Unk battle?
So Speak Easy, that's with LaShawn McCoy, right?
Yeah, he's
okay.
so awful.
I've seen that one. Yeah, nah.
Awful.
That's terrible. That's what you watch, you know what I'm saying, after Nightcap go off or something. You're trying to get an extra opinion or something like that. I don't even watch that, man. And I've had the pleasure of connecting with some of these guys, Sam Macho, who actually was decent, decently enough, decent as a person. LaShawn McCoy, just rude, bruh. Just rude, man. Just a terrible, pushy. You know what I mean? Shay, he gonna show his fans and his colleagues that respect. You know what I'm saying? He can be a little aggressive at times. Don't record him at the airport, but just as a decency of a human, man. I mean, he's got at least got some respect for his people. So now ain't no comparison at all, if you ask me. If you ask me, Nightcap is clearly the better promotion. Speak Easy. I do know them, but come on, man, it's not even close.
He's the same guy that he's the same con that said that Ryan Clark was fake crying or something. Man, LaShawn McCoy need to sit down and do something else. He's just not a TV. He's not engaging at all, man. Man, he really sucks, man. He don't need everybody need the opportunity, but LaShawn McCoy, go sit your behind down and do something else, man. I mean, your takes be so. I mean, come on, you gonna just say Ryan Clark fake crying on TV, man? Really, man? Yeah. Really? Oh, come on, Bilal, you look like you got something to say.
Bad. Yeah,
terrible.
A couple of things. One, for guys who've played in the league and come from that level of notoriety, if you've been in media, you've been a sports athlete, so you've been on the biggest stages. If my only way to stay relevant is to now slander somebody else's name or their platform, it speaks to my lack of authentic relevance. You know what I mean? That I don't have enough in terms of my analysis of the game or my analysis of kind of whatever's going on around sports media to stay relevant or to build a following. To Fanatic's point, building takes you got to be somebody who people want to come gravitate to. And I think Uncle's, Club Shay and Nightcap, they've shown people gravitate towards them. You know what I mean? Oucho and Shady, hey, live your best life, but you know what I mean? Don't ever compare yourself to somebody who's built it from the ground up.
Exactly. And Bilal, we're starting to run out of time. Man, I tell you, we get into the show this time. I don't know where the time goes, but it certainly flies by each and every Saturday morning. Real Deal Sports Show. Like and subscribe to the show. Can you tell us about the Glory to Glory in the first ever high school media day that they had out at Rush Henrietta High School yesterday? What was that all about?
Absolutely. So Glory to Glory, which they're they provide and they work with high school athletes on just kind of securing NIL. So they almost as if kind of a sports agency, you know what I mean, in terms of securing those high school athletes NIL deals and whatnot. And what they put together yesterday was they put together a media day to give the young athletes not only media opportunity and media training and exposure, but they could secure some NIL opportunities on the spot. So man, shout out to those guys over at Glory to Glory for putting together this opportunity for the local high school athletes. Got a chance to interview Antoine Lyman, who is the executive director over at Glory to Glory, and he's a Section 6 guy, so he knows about the talent that's always existed here in Section 5 and Section 6. So he's like, man, I just wanted to highlight that and showcase the athletes and the talent that we've always had here. Also, I'm gonna shout him out every opportunity I get, man. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad, Coach Muhammad, Principal Muhammad, because this, Section 5 football, city or county is not where it is without the innovation that he brought to the game, during his time coaching Marshall High School, and then, he innovated there, and then we saw the finished product of what his innovation brought to the game last year when Monroe Red Jackets brought home the first RCSD state championship game. The first state championship for RCSD. You had East High was there, Pittsford Sutherland was there, Webster Thomas was there, Rush Henrietta was there, East High Monroe. I mean, so when county schools are now gravitating to something, typically it was the reverse. We were trying to get on to what they were doing. They're coming and supporting what we got going on now.
And it's a big turnaround. Yeah, it's a big change. And Coach Muhammad brought the spread offense back with Ashton Boyle back over at the Marshall Day. And now you see it, you see the spread offense everywhere. everywhere. And it's a shame that Wilson High School was still doing the wing tee up until what, last year? Man, come on, how backwards? Who the hell is the athletic director at Wilson High School? Man, come on, Wilson. I went out there and watched their game. I thought I was watching black and white highlights from growing up in the late 60s, early 70s. I said, damn, they're running the wing tee, man. What? Who's the head coach over here, man? What? Everybody jammed up close to the line of scrimmage.
Wilson's known for academics. Wilson is
known for academics,
not athletics. They know for academics, not athletics.
Man,
IB school. It's an IB school, man. Hey, they
academics, not athletics.
Man, I hadn't seen that in 20, 30 years, man. The wing tee, man. Come on, Wilson. Get progressive, guys. I hope you get forefront for this season. What other players? What are some of the players that you spoke to that was key at this Glory to Glory event?
Got a chance to interview Brian Walker, who is the top receiver over at he'll be Pootie Cunningham's #1 target this year over at Monroe. Got a chance to speak with Pootie Cunningham, who's the again #1 ranked quarterback in New York State.
Wow.
Jesse Jablonski, who's a standout receiver entering his junior year at Pittsburgh. Also spoke to James Brumfield, who's a standout corner for Monroe. Just loaded with talent. Young Dez over at East High. Young Jamie over at East High. Again, these guys are excited for the season, and I think it's going to be a really, really also, man. Young TJ over at Rushing Rena, entering his sophomore year. He was a standout corner last year. He's going to be also playing offense this year, receiver. So look out for these young brothers. They are, got a chance to talk to some of the coaches. We will be interviewing over there during their training camps over the next couple of weeks. But look out for the interviews of Coach Muhammad, Brian Walker, and Andrew Lyman. Those are going to be going up on the page, on the YouTube page, and we're looking at getting them posted on the social media page. I didn't want to cut any of the content out of Coach Muhammad's interview, man. It was just listening to a guy that football rich was, man, you just learn. You just soak up so much listening to him. So look out for those interviews going up, and the pictures will be going up as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. J-GILLZ, any comments on that?
Oh yeah, no, just a phenomenal job. Definitely, those will be up on the YouTube. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe for the full exclusive interview with Coach Muhammad.
Absolutely. Fanatic. Comments you have, Fanatic?
Proud of the Rock, man. Proud of the Rock. 585 stand up, the Rock boys. They doing it tonight and every night, man. So shout out, man. The Western New York, we don't get a whole lot of love, but I think over the last 10 years, grassroots folks like the three of you, especially you, Bilal, man, with your ties in, man, people just coming back and pouring back into the community. I know folks like me from the Rock, kind of just you move south and move away. So that's part of it for me. So I'm so appreciative of folks like the Radman, J-GILLZ, and Bilal, man, for y'all to be in our community, looking out and really putting on for the community, because the talent has always been there. It's just we never really had organizations that were really willing to work with city kids and who would put money and not be afraid to work in the city. And so when we have things like the Glory to Glory Media Day, training our young people to be media ready. And you don't got to be a robot like Bill Belichick, but you can't be talking reckless like Antonio Brown. And I think that's going to hurt him in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, which, by the way, that's a loaded class next year. That'll be for another episode. But to me, even if they don't make it in football, being worked with and having a mentor in these kind of trainings will help them. It's the score of the game, and it's the game of life. And that will help them overall become the best young men that they can be. So shout out to the
Fanatic. Well, Jordan Alvarez, will he be the first person in a long time to be the hit all three categories?
Yep, Jordan Alvarez, the Triple Crown winner. I do have him winning it. Hey, he had a 36 home run last night. It was crazy, man. So Jordan, I think he'll get that Triple Crown. Yes, sir.
88 RBIs, and his batting percentage is through the roof, man. I haven't seen that. And he doesn't look like he's working that hard either. He just stand up there and
Yeah, well, yeah. To your point earlier, man, that we talk about injuries, man. He was out all last year, really broke it up and hurt, and so and he has no Aaron Judge to really rival him. Shohei's kind of pulled back, so hey, running the Triple Crown is hard, and especially this might be the last Triple Crown we really see. Really, Triple Crown might be synonymous with just baseball now. Because another subject for a different day, I read something about horse racing and how they're going to do the Preakness and the Belmont and how they're inviting people. It's going to be hard to see Triple Crown winners like American Pharoah that I saw in 2015 when I was living in Charlotte. So horse racing. Hey, we do all sports of all sorts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We know the music's coming in. The GM and the league commissioner of the year, my man BacSpin, is coming up, man, and for the Back to Time mix. I can't wait for the 26th. Let's get it, baby.
Already know. Y'all see our Real Deal Sports League, the draft is set. You know what I'm saying? And I'm ready for y'all to get on. Bilal, you sign up yet? What's up?
Nah, I'm on there today, man. It was a swamp week, but I'm on there today.
All right. Don't
Hey, BacSpin, BacSpin, he look like he sound like he's scared, BacSpin. He ain't doing it. He trying to look. He a little nervous.
Not Wallace Smith, son.
I appreciate y'all, man. The Real Deal Sports Show every Saturday morning right here on the Beat 105.5 8 a.m.
BacSpin, before we go, we must dedicate the show to Dr. David Anderson Sankofa.
May he rest in peace.
Man, we lost a great leader. He was part of it. If you didn't know Dr. David Anderson or heard about him, you really haven't really been in Rochester at all. You've been under a rock or somewhere. David Anderson was Rochester at one time. Yes. Started the Kwanzaa Committee, and his services will be next Thursday coming up at Nazareth College out there. More details to come. Listen up. But Dr. David Anderson Sankofa, we dedicate today's show to him.
He rested in peace. Great man. Yes, appreciate you, Ryan, man. Fanatic, Bilal, you know what I'm saying? Internet Passport. My man J-GILLZ, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all have a great weekend. It's supposed to be a great summer day today. You heard?
There it is.
Keep it where you need it, Rock City on the way. It's the Back in Time Mix Show right here on the Beat 105.5. You know the vibes.